How y'all doing? It's Rob Burnham, here, Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard TV 91. This time, our review Once Upon a Time, Season 2, Episode 4. What happens on this week's episode is, in the fairy tale scenes, we see Rumpelstiltskin find his wife that abandoned him, and who she abandoned him and his son for was Captain Hook before he became Captain Hook. And the reason she does this is because she didn't love Rumpelstiltskin and she wanted to go and see the world, even though she abandoned her son in the process. And when she did that, we all know the backstory. Bellfire, he winds up getting a magic bean and going through the portal, and we don't know where he goes at that moment. Well, at a couple years later in the fairy tale scenes, Captain Hook shows up again, and him and Rumpelstiltskin has this duel because he tells Rumpelstiltskin that Mila died. And this isn't the case because while they're having their duel, Mila comes in to stop Rumpelstiltskin from killing Captain Hook, and they make the deal for a magic bean. And it goes south, and Rumpelstiltskin winds up killing Mila after he overcame with anger because she abandoned their son. And then he cuts Captain Hook's hand off that he thought the magic bean was in. Well, it really wasn't because Captain Hook switched his hands. And Rumpelstiltskin leaves off with the hand and realizes that the bean's not there, and Captain Hook uses the bean to go to Neverland. Him and Mr. Smee and the rest of the crew go to Neverland. So all that happens in the fairy tale scene. What's happening in present day, Belle runs away from Rumpelstiltskin, and her father wants Mr. Smee to take Belle across the line. That way she'll forget everybody and Rumpelstiltskin. And this is about to happen. But Rumpelstiltskin uses magic to bring her back before she goes over the line. And after this, he gives her the keys to the library, even though she said she didn't want to see him or her father ever again. And he tells her the truth. He tells her the reason he needs magic to be able to stop the new curse. That way he could go try to find Bellfire. And what happens at the end of the episode, we see that Rumpelstiltskin has Mr. Smee, and he asked where Captain Hook is, and Mr. Smee said for some reason Captain Hook didn't come through with the curse, and we find out that Captain Hook's with the Evil Queen's mother and Emma and all them in the Enchanted Forest in present day, and that's all that really happened. My question for y'all is, now that we know that Captain Hook's in the same place Emma and Snow White is, what's going to happen next? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, GG's awesome. This has been another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.